Oppa Gundam style, everyone.
We did it. This is weird because we haven't watched anything this week.
I watched my own toes. No, yeah, it's...
You can't start a podcast talking about feet. This isn't that kind of show, Morg.
But have you seen Big Zam's feet?
Yeah, okay. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. I'm the winner. I'm the best.
What's this show?
What's this show? This is Wow Cool Robot.
It's the Gundam show. And again, we didn't watch anything this week, because this is our sort of wrap-up episode about Mobile Suit Gundam 0079. But this is just us. We're just going to vibe. We're just going to hang out and vibe and talk about the show and answer some questions. Just chill.
We're just vibing. We're here. We're vibing. We're still feeling things.
This is the cool down lap after, this is a cool down. We ran the marathon, we ran the mile, the 5K, what have you, and this is just like the little cool down run at the end. You can't stop completely, you gotta sort of run it off. So this is us just, getting the last of our energy out, cleansing the system before, one of us here will hop into Zeta. Mork, you can hop into Zeta at your own leisure.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a good show. I like Gundam a lot.
It's good. It's good. I feel a lot of stuff. Do you have any, things that you didn't say in the last episode that you're like, I gotta get out now?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't have, really, big segments planned. I have ideas of what to talk about. But one of the first things I did want to ask is, do you have any, sort of overall thoughts on the series that you weren't able to get out last episode?
Well, okay. I feel like I mentioned something in the Discord, and I wanted to bring it up on podcast just because, I mentioned it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, about war and how it's bad. No, but, I mean, that kind of was what it was, because it was, I was talking about how, war being whether Gundam is anti-war or not, and whether there really is anti-war media and what that means. I feel like maybe I'm not well versed enough to really say fully, because it's one of those things where there's a fine line between something being anti-war and still showing it and being pro-war, and there is a difference and the tone is different, but yeah, I guess my thought is is it that even though we were saying wow cool robot the whole time?
I think that for the most part it is anti-war, because that's the thing, right? You can make an anti-war show, but if you make something about war, it's really, really hard, maybe even impossible, to sort of accomplish that without putting it through the lens of war. You're going to have to portray the thing that's bad in the thing you're talking about, with the whole, the Principality of Zeon being, the Third Reich analog. It's really hard to portray that without, it's hard to discuss it without portraying it, I guess. And I think that sort of the first, 2/3, 3/4 of the show does that a lot better than the last part of it, because once it starts being oops, all new types, I feel like it, that theme sort of gets lost, because then it becomes a little bit more of a shonen battle anime almost. I know it gets more like that further on, but once it starts being about new types, it's still, anti-war, but it sort of drops, that message is no longer really the forefront. I mean, look, maybe it is, maybe I'm not really on the level to sort of pick up on, those vibes if they're a little bit more discreet once it becomes about new types. But I feel like once that's the focus, then the anti-war themes sort of are by the wayside, because then it's like, look what this kid can do in battle with his big brain, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's you could argue that maybe he's like becoming good in battle not just because he's new type, but because he's like, you kind of become better at handling war when you are like dissociated from it. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to like put into words whether it's doing if that is what the intent is, and
Right.
like if that if the new type stuff at the end was written that way because it was shortened a little bit,
Right.
or if it was
Yeah.
always kind of going that direction, or if it was like, oh, we move, that was still in the background more. And it was definitely still in the background since like we had people die. Like we still had like, you know, characters we liked getting hurt, and we still had like Caecilia getting like blasted at the end. Like
Yeah.
we still had, and like Lala being killed, like, and that was like traumatic. But like the fact that they didn't spend as much time on
Mm-hmm.
the effects of Lala being killed for like Amuro and
Right.
Char even and stuff. It was like, did they do that because it's like trying to show that they're kind of seasoned veterans now, or are they doing that more because they're trying to finish the show off and like
Yeah.
finish it with like cool shonen stuff, like, because it's definitely like still very emotional at the end. Obviously, I was like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
through the last episode, but I just, yeah, I wonder like how much was to finish and how much was what they planned on
Yeah.
doing in the
Yeah.
first place.
By the way. We forgot to do it again. I'm Max. I use he him pronouns.
Oh no.
It's okay. Only 9 minutes in.
I'm Morgan. I use they them pronouns.
Um. Yeah. No. It's like, and one of our questions, we can talk more about the whole like, what did the cutting of the show mean for the plot, because we have a question about that
Oh
later
yeah,
on.
yeah.
But the whole thing with Amuro having that breakdown after he kills Lala, because he'd never experienced that like level of closeness with someone before, because they're both new types, that sort of fell a little like, it was an effective scene. It did fall a little bit flat on me because of the fact that like, okay, but you killed thousands of people up to this point. Like, you
Yeah.
don't, like, I mentioned it last episode, but you don't get to be sad about this one death specifically just because you were a little close. I mean, you get to be sad about the death, but like, it's putting it in perspective is a little like, well, yeah, but he didn't have as much of a moment when he realized he was killing people earlier in the show, when the show was all just like war bad, you know?
But like he did kind of have those moments since they showed he had trouble like aiming at people when they were just people and not in suits. And they showed like some of that elsewhere. Well, it's funny that you say like, he had that breakdown, but I had actually said I was surprised he didn't have more of one.
Hmm.
Like or like a longer period of time, because Haro was even like, Amuro's fine, like
Hmm?
everything's fine, like agreeing with Amuro, who is like everything's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I mean, we can get into it later when we talk about, what the cuts change and like what could have been expanded on and all that.
Yeah.
What else? Do you have a favorite episode of the show, Morg?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if this is one of the questions. This is just like one of my questions to you.
I don't think it is. God. I mean, it's hard because it's more like there's episodes that I remember more,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because like big things happened in them. And so I guess like those would be more in my favorite group just based on memorability.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times like when a character dies, like,
Right.
but I don't know if I would say like that's a good thing, but it's like a memorable thing. I mean, it is a good thing, sort of, in the sense that it, like, makes the characters react in certain ways and stuff. But, like, at the same time, there were things like I liked when Amuro visited his mom and became. He was soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard, and that was tragic and hard to watch, but good, you know? And then there's also, like, I didn't like to see Ryu die, but it's a very memorable moment, a very memorable episode, because he was in, like, pain the whole time.
Right.
And, you know, it was, like, anxiety inducing to see the, like, babies, the children, the young ones, like, having to deal with all those bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, things that make me feel a lot, I guess, are the ones that
Yeah.
are more my favorite. I don't know if I have one favorite episode though.
Yeah, I'm sort of on the same level as you. Like the ones that come to mind are the ones, you know, where like big change happens, like a character death or something like that. Just because it's written in such like a realistic way, like you see people reacting like everyone's just sitting around crying together. It's like, damn, like you don't get to see that in a lot of other shows, I feel. Like it's not really, you know, and this show doesn't fully, I guess, portray the grim realities of war 100% of the time, but like when you get scenes like that where everyone's just like just standing around trying not to cry, it's like, damn, this is just like a very, very real, well written scene that I absolutely did not expect going into this big robot show.
Right, and I feel like whether you'd call Gundam shonen or not really depends on like your definition, and because I saw someone say it's too sad to be shonen. I don't know, but like, you know, you think of a big robot show, and that's probably kind of what you think of, especially because they're all like the main characters are kids. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure like some are more like a tradition, like some future ones are more like a traditional shonen than this one. But I shonen also has this problem of like not showing all of the emotions fully, like all of the, especially like for men, like a macho, like there's like some like weird macho ness sometimes, and like shonen, and even like Gundam has some of that because it is a war show, and it's hard not to have some of that. But it, I think it does a good job of not having actually that much of it comparatively to some other ones I've seen, in that I do see like people cry. I do see like people like dissociate. I do see people having realizations and like trauma, and but also like being able to get like not move past the trauma, but like ignore it for a little while, or like have like funny moments and stuff too.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like the show does it covers a lot of bases and does it really well. Like the funny parts are very, very funny, and they don't really seem out of place because it's like you have just a bunch of teenagers in a ship together. Like things are gonna get wacky. Like the kids are gonna like find ways to cope, and that a lot of that will include is like trying to be funny and cracking jokes and stuff like that. And a lot of that is like the show itself, not just like the kids trying to be funny, but like it's a very realistic take on it, I feel.
Yeah. Like it's like a pretty realistic show for something that happens in space in big robots that don't exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good show, is what the bottom line here is.
It's a good show, truly.
Yeah. Um okay, well, I mean I can't really think of any like big like Gundam discussion book club questions to bring up after this. Is there anything on your mind about it, Morg?
Not really. The only one I had was like whether you could consider it anti-war or not, and like I think that's generally just like a tough call, you know, in the sense that if anything is, you know.
Yeah, I would say like I think if I were to give like an official answer on it, I would say mostly.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it loses it a little bit near the end when it starts becoming about Cool Brain, but it's still in the heart of the show.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for a show that still like shows war, it does like a pretty good job of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do next, Morg, I have prepared a tier list. So, okay, I've put, and this is pinned in the Discord as well if you want to make your own and share it with us. Some of our friends already have. What I've done though is I've made a tier list of every mobile suit, mobile armor, and a couple of other things in Mobile Suit Gundam. And we're gonna rank them because that's what this comes down to, is the cool robots, damn it. And basically, we're gonna rank them. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it live. This is gonna be a collaborative effort. I thought originally my plan was us to do it separately, but like I like the idea of us having to like fight for who we want on the tier list in what order.
Yeah.
So and this will just be a live commentary of us while we're doing it. So starting off, I did this in the order we see the robots in. It might not be 100% accurate, but it's like mostly accurate. It's like episode accurate at least.
I thought you weren't going to put Haro in this.
Yeah, I changed my mind. But this isn't one that we don't have to fight over, because number one on this list is Haro. And I think we can both agree Haro's S tier, easily.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like easily, 100%. Second on our list, Zaku 2, which we see before Gundam, I believe. So where do you fall on Zaku 2, Morg?
I don't know. I like it a lot, but I think you like it more than I do.
My gut reaction is a B.
Yeah.
I like it, but there are cooler versions of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like other ones more, like the red one.
Yeah. Okay. So B for Zaku 2 then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up, Gundam. What is your gut reaction to Gundam?
This is tough because my gut. I wonder like how much of me liking it is because it's like the mascot and how much it is.
Right, like what it does rather than just like this is just like our whole, I guess, encapsulated feelings on it.
Right.
I would put Gundam in A tier.
Yeah, I was thinking A or B. So like a B plus A.
Okay, let's put it in A for now. If we have to bump it down to B when we get more on the list, we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think A tier for Gundam works. It's not like the coolest in the show, but it's like it's Gundam. You got it.
It's Gundam. You can't go wrong with a Gundam.
All right. Next up, we have White Base, which isn't a mobile suit or armor, but like it's a robot basically. So I figure, and we see it so much that I figure we have to include it. What do you think about White Base?
I don't know, because it is a horse, kind of.
Yeah, I kind of do like the design of White Base. Like
I do too.
I like the design of it. It's interesting. It doesn't really have a whole lot of personality. It is kind of like a character of the show just because it, gets blown up all the time. It gets like trash and they fix it up and they're like everyone lives in it. But like, it's fine to me. I wanted to include it just because to have a little bit of like, spice up the list, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like B or C.
I'm thinking sure. C. Not because I don't like it, but because it's just kind of like, it's White Base, like a high C, low B.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the Zaku 2.
High C. I love that train.
High C. Ooh. Next up is the Zaku 2 Commander, which is it's Zaku, but in a beautiful shade of red with a cool spike on its head.
I mean, like, I'm just like, do I love this because Char pilots it, or do I love it because of how it looks? I don't know.
Well, we don't have to necessarily take out like the story behind it of our rankings to it. I'm thinking at least an A for the Commander.
A, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I'm thinking A.
I'm gonna put it in A above Gundam.
Like first, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm like A, like depending on like how others we decide, it could even be S. Like it's good. It's real good.
It's really really good. Yeah.
It's like yeah.
It's so cool. All right. Next up, Core Fighter. Do you like Core Fighter?
I just feel like whatever about Core Fighter. It's Gundam's tummy. Like it's
his belly button.
It is the heart of Gundam, but it's like
Amuro is the heart of Gundam. Core Fighter is the belly button of Gundam.
You're right. You're so right.
I think honestly,
the heart is in the belly button.
I'm feeling a D.
That's what I was gonna say too, but I was like, is that? But yeah, I guess like something has to go in D, right? And Core Fighter makes sense to put in D. Because I think part of it is because it doesn't have a face. And,
that's the thing.
Like I'm gonna personify them more if they have faces.
Like here's the thing: the lowest on our list The lowest on our list is a faceless Jet, and the highest on our list is Haro, who's literally nothing but a face.
True. What if Haro was pink and he was Kirby?
That's just the Robobot armor. from Planet Robobot, the
Oh.
best Kirby game.
True.
Next up, we have Gun Tank. Gun Tank is all right.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I feel similar to it that I do towards White Base,
Yeah, I
and
was
that
thinking
like
C.
yeah. So we kind of I feel like we agree on that then, kind of just because like I don't know. I think part of it is that it almost like it does get I like it more now that it also is one person, but I'm just like
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna put it
C
below
is good.
below White Base, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
All right. Next up, Zaku 1. We see this in, like, when Char's attacking them outside of Luna 2, I believe. Like, one of Char's squad has a Zaku 1. It's a little bit more green. It has a little bar in the middle of the visor area, and it doesn't have the cool tubes around the breathy port.
I barely remember this.
It's... This is also a C to me, I think. It's not as...
Yeah.
The tubes around the Zaku face really add, I think. When not having
Yeah.
those, it just looks like it's lacking.
I like the scuba gear feel kind of.
Yeah.
That right that Zaku 2 has, I mean.
Mm-hmm. So you would agree for C?
Maybe yeah. Do you think above White Base maybe?
I think yeah, okay. I'll put it above White Base. All right. Next up, we have Gun Cannon. And again, this is in like order that we see it. I think like we barely see Gun Cannon and Gun Tank in the first episode, but we don't get like the full reveal until later. So here's Gun Cannon. It's the boy with the guns. It's not as cool as Gundam, but still is a boy and stands up on two legs. What do we think?
My gut reaction is B, but you can argue with me.
No, I think B works. I like the solid red color. It's an interesting look that, I mean, well, I like it better than another robot that looks similar, but I don't know. I think it's cool. I like the two huge cannons on his back. I like that it looks like it's wearing me too. It looks like it's wearing like a ski suit almost.
Yeah, it does.
I think B
it
works.
Almost looks like it could be like in a speed racer kind of thing. Like it's a little speed.
It does have the helmet that looks like Speed Racers, like more so than Gundam's does. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a heavy hitter next, because next up we're talking about the Goof.
Oh.
Now, you might have to talk me down from an S, because I love the Goof so much.
Why? I might agree with you, but I want to know why.
Okay.
Like, what about it more than like the red fucking...
Okay, so I guess like actual robot wise, it has like these really cool like curved spikes on its shoulders that the Zaku and Zaku Commander don't have. The color, I love the blue color it has. This is like this gorgeous, like it's like almost the color of my eyes. And
I
that
eyes too.
Wow. That and like, you know, it's Ramba Rao's robot, so it's like so it has emotional value for me too. That's and the heat rod is a very cool weapon. I like that it's like a cool electric whip. I think like that the whole thing together is S tier for me.
It's very phallic. I could see it being a high A. I could see it being a low S. I think it's definitely below Haru if it is an S tier. But I think most things are going to be below Haru.
Yeah. Okay, let's put it in high A for now, and then I'll argue with you later to bring it up. But I'm going to put it above the Zaku Commander though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. I agree with you, yeah.
Next up is the Adzam. The Adzam is what Kaisili and Makuve like flew over Amuro with when he attacked the mines. It's the Dragon Quest slime looking thing. I don't give a shit about this thing at all.
I don't either. I like the color. That's about it.
I like the color. I like it better than Core Fighter, but it's the top of D right now.
Yeah.
Core Fighter sucks.
Core Fighter sucks. I mean, it's incomplete. That's the problem, right? It's incomplete.
Yeah, I didn't put like the G Fighter and all the different components, like the G Bull and G Sky, because that's just like it's just Core Fighter in different ways. Like it's
I wasn't
the same
sure because like it's almost like Sayla's thing, though. Like the G Fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I here's the thing: like Amuro is Gundam, Ramba Ral is the Goof. Sayla isn't the G Fighter though. Sayla's her own. I think because the G Fighter, you know, and the Core Fighter aren't robots. They're not humanoid. It's just a vehicle. You know.
I want her to have her own Gundam.
Oh, please. I hope she does.
Give Sayla mobile suit.
Please. All right. Next up, another heavy hitter, the Dominic. And I didn't put the Rick Dom on here because it literally is the exact same design as the
It's the
Dom, just
same.
in space.
It's also like wears a skirt, right? So like we
Well,
can't see the
they
skirt.
both do. They
Oh, do
both do.
they?
They literally, as like looking on the wiki, it's literally the same image.
Oh my
Um,
god.
as far maybe I was wrong, but like they're effectively the same. I think A tier for Dom. I really like the Dom.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Yeah. Do you think? I think bottom of A works below Gundam, but still pretty
Yeah,
cool. Like
yeah.
I like that Black TriStars. I like that it sort of like just hovers barely above the ground, so it like sort of skates around. It's a very I like the cool red lip around the visor it has. It's cool.
I do too. I think I'd actually like it more if it didn't have cross, like a weird like cross.
Really, that's like one of my favorite
Maybe
things
not.
about it.
Maybe not. No, you know what? I'm wrong. No.
Okay, well I'm glad I was able to. I'm glad I was able to convince you otherwise.
Yeah, you convinced me by saying, well, no, I'm
Yeah,
just I think cuz I'm like getting back into seeing these on because I was like, oh, we just saw all the Zaku, which are just the right to left and
yeah,
okay.
yeah. All right. So next up we have the Gog, which is the amphibious mobile suits that attacked Belfast from Gundam. Do you like the Gog at all?
I like it. Is this wait, okay. I think part of the problem is I keep getting the two next to each other mixed up. The Gog and the one following it.
The Zgok.
This Gok. I think I get them confused a little bit.
The Gog is the one. It doesn't like the Zgok is sort of like perfectly rounded up top. It like arms. It's like a curve downward. The Gog, like the arms like sort of come off at the shoulders. It looks a lot more awkward and stilted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Gog is like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't care for the Gog that much. Do you have any gut reactions where it should go?
Maybe
Like bottom of C?
C or high D, yeah. Is what I
Yeah,
was
let's
thinking.
do bottom of C. Okay, so next up is
Below
Zagok.
gun tank.
Below gun tank, yeah. Next up is Zagok. You like
I
Zagok?
like Skok more
I
than
like Zagok
Gog.
more. It's not my favorite of the Xeon sort of mass produced ones, but like the Zagok is neat looking.
I like the red Skok more.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna like the red one
Yeah. So like
more.
regular gray Zagok though. What do we think? Like high C maybe?
B?
B,
Oh, high
okay.
C, yeah, I could. No,
Okay.
I could see either low B, high C.
All
You
right,
know,
let's do high C. We have a nice spread right now. High C, higher than the Zaku one, but not into B, not below gun tank or gun cannon
gun
rather.
cannon.
Okay, so
It's
now we
above gun
got
tank actually.
yeah. Now we got the grab row, which is what Amuro fought when they were going over to Jaburo. It's like it's whatever. I put the mobile armors on here, but a lot of them are just kind of like whatever, just like big bodies, I guess.
Which one's the one that looks like Eggman designed it?
This one kind of does.
I think it's the next one that does. So I think part of me just likes Grab Bro because I'm like, grab bro, grab your bro. Oh, it looks just kind of like a ship to me, but with a
It's just a
face.
ship. I think high D cooler than the Adzam.
Yeah, it's cooler than the ads.
Okay, all right, yeah, yeah. Okay, so next up, the Zoc. I hate this thing so much.
I think you hate it more than I do, but I just don't care about
The
it.
only thing it has saving it is the color scheme, which is nice to look at, but like the actual body, it looks like a Stretch Armstrong that's like hard.
A stretch off Armstrong?
It
What?
looks like it's a toy that like was like this weird rubbery muscle man that kids played with in like the 80s.
Oh.
I think I don't know, like above Core Fighter, not as cool as the Adzam. You work me up to it. Work me up to it. What do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think about the Zoc?
Shit, I clicked off for some reason. What did you say you were thinking?
Um, near the bottom of D, Core than Core Fighter, not as cool as Adzam.
I don't know. I almost like it more than Adzam, maybe.
Okay, I can deal. That's fine.
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm happy with it being in D.
I really only like the Adzam for its color, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't move. If the Adzam moved around, it would be cooler. I think it just like floats.
Yeah.
It like just head thrusters. Okay,
It just yeah.
so now we got Jim, which is literally just gun cannon, but with a lamer head and no guns.
Less cool.
Less cool. D tier maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put it
I
above.
like I know this isn't we're gonna be a bit, but I actually like Ball more than it.
Oh, Ball's cool as hell.
Ball's
But
cooler
the
than
GM
Jim.
the GM is like whatever. I'm putting the GM above core fighter, but below everything else.
Yeah,
Is that good?
agree. Yeah,
All right, so now we got the Zagok Commander, which is just Zagok but red, which is again it's red. So I'm thinking high
it's
B.
cooler.
High B.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I agree with you.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
the Zagok's design has grown on me. I didn't like how weirdly round it was at first, but like
yeah.
it just looks wacky. You know, it looks
I
fun.
felt like I was defending it a little, but yeah, I like it.
It's grown on me like some other characters have. Okay, so next up is At Guy. How do we like At Guy?
Dude, I think Japan likes that guy more than I do.
Yeah, I'm like new.
It's fine.
I think it belongs in B tier, but like I don't like it
Yeah.
as I haven't seen enough of it to like sort of like come around to why people love
I
At Guy.
I feel like I like it could either be like the last one or like maybe before Gun Cannon, but I think I like Gun Cannon.
I'll go. I would argue that it's cooler than Gun Cannon because
Yeah,
it just has a cuter face.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
Look, I haven't seen Gun Cannon in Minion colors, and I have seen it for At Guy. So
Oh, I forgot.
next up is the Mobile Armor Bigro, which is very, very, very similar to Grabro.
I just don't care about Big Bro very much. I'm sorry.
It's just Grabro but with like front arms instead.
But like actually grabs.
Yeah. Is it cooler than the Grabro though?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do top of D then.
I think.
Let's do top
Yeah.
of D. Okay. Now we have the Zacrello, which is the nasty Pac-Man demon.
I love the nasty Pac-Man.
Yeah, you like it? Okay. Would we like
Yeah.
maybe a B?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I thought you were gonna try to tell me it's like a C or a D, and I was like, no.
I can no,
I can
it's
do B.
it's above a D. I think a C between a C or a B is good. Is it cooler than Gun Cannon? Maybe?
I like its disgusting face, honestly. I love
it's
it.
a disgusting face. Yeah, it's cooler
I
than
love
Gun
it
Cannon. We have the cute Act Guy and there's the nasty devilish Pac-Man Zacrello next to it. They're buddies.
I just love Zacrello. I don't know why. Like, I don't think it's the best design or anything. It's just like so weird.
Oh, yeah.
It shows up once. I think it would be better if it showed up more. I think I would like it more if it showed up more.
Yeah, I agree. So now we have the Brow Bro, which is the mobile armor. They fought the prototype of it while they're going to Side 6, and they fought like the other version of it when Shalia Bull piloted it. This thing has no face. This thing has no face. I don't care about it. The color is good though. The color scheme is like it's like Frieza's color scheme from Dragon Ball or Mewtwo.
I like the color scheme, and I like that it has weird, like almost biologically looking. Like I feel like some of the wires on it are kind of tentacly and like kind of a creepy way, but it kind of like works for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can disagree. But I would say like if you want to put it in D, it'd be like a high D, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you like the other ones more, like
no, I think a high D works for it.
Yeah.
Ball.
My gut is C, but I don't.
Ball is very fun to me. It's just a ball with two little pinchy arms and a huge gun, and that's just like there's some good comedic value within that.
That's true. There is something real good about that. Maybe B.
I can do B. Do we? Okay, here's the thing though. I kind of like Ball more than I like Gun Cannon.
I think I might agree with you.
Okay, Ball is cool. I don't think it's as cool as Zacrello, but I think Ball is cooler than Gun Cannon.
I think I like Kai more than Gun Cannon. I think
that's
I like
true.
The character more than the robot he pilots.
Okay, all right.
Which is saying something about both of them, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, this is look, it's Big Zam. It's an S tier. Like this has to be an S tier. It has to be S tier.
Yeah, it does.
I think like Haro is still just like the undefeated champ. But Big Zam has to be S tier. There's no world where Big Zam's not S tier. It's just a it's just a fat ass and legs. It's so perfect.
It's so dumb. I'm sure there's gonna be people who are angry and like, how is it above Gundam? But like, whatever, fuck you.
No, yeah, Big Sam's cool.
It's Big Sam.
All right, now we have Gyan, which is Makuve's cool sort of knight-looking mobile suit that had the spiky
Oh,
shield. I like Gyan. I think
yeah,
Gyan's pretty cool
I like
looking.
yeah.
I would put Gyan in like an upper B tier.
I think I agree with you because I like, yeah, it's cool, like shooty shield. I think I'd almost like it more if it had like more of a face because it just kind of looks
It
like,
looks like a knight, which is like it
which is
looks
cool, but
cool, but yeah, the face isn't a whole lot. I would put it between Atguy and Zaku too. That work for you?
um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I agree.
We'll like go through the list one last time to like make sure everything's good at the
Yeah.
end. All right. So now we have, and this is a weird order because Gelgoog shows up before, or Gelgoog Commander shows up before regular Gelgoog does. But I know you like the Gelgoog a lot.
I like the yeah. Well, my thing is like I like the Gelgoog. I think my thing was I like Gelgoog as at like almost as much or as much as the um Zaku commander.
Really?
Maybe not as much. I think like maybe like a little below it. So I
Yeah.
would say so I, like for me and like we can compromise on this, but I think it's still like A, but like a low A.
I think, okay, I was going to say Zaku Commander is better than Gelgoog Commander, but
I
Gelgoog
think
Commander
you're
is
right.
better than Zagat Commander. I think it's not as cool as Gundam, but it's a little bit cooler than Dom.
Yes, I think I agree with you.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So this one I think might be a little contentious choice. We got the Elmeth, which is Lala's tricorn hat. I think the Elmeth looks really, really cool.
I do too. I thought it was going to be
Oh,
contentious
okay.
because
I thought you were gonna.
I
I thought you were just gonna say like Elmeth is okay.
it's okay. So I like it more than pretty much any other mobile suit armor.
Uh
Like
huh.
if it is
Yeah,
considered a mobile suit armor,
it's a mobile armor. Yes.
like compared to the mobile yeah, mobile armor
Yeah.
compared to like the mobile suits which are more like people and I'm like going I like the people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they have legs or not doesn't matter, but
We'll get to it.
um
I think a low A
I'm
for
thinking of
Elmeth to me
B. Oh,
personally.
well that's what I was going to say. I was like thinking high B and you were saying low A, so like similar hat, you know.
Let's. Hey, and
Similar
it's a
tricorn hat.
tricorn. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna put it below the Dom in A tier. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Gelgoog normal version. It's not as like I think the colors aren't as cool because it doesn't have the cool green of the
Yeah.
Zaku's. It's like it's just like it's a plain old like bluish gray color.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in B tier works.
Yeah. Like
How?
middle.
I think I'm gonna say I like it a little better than Zacrello. I like Guy a little bit more. Do you like Zacrello more?
Kind of, but I'm okay with it being there.
No,
Actually, like
okay. I'll move it. I'll move it between Zacrello and Ball. Then I will acquiesce. Because like I mean I didn't when I first saw Gelgoog I didn't care for it at all, but it's definitely grown on me.
yeah, yeah.
All right, finally the final mobile. Is this a mobile suit or armor? I don't remember. We have the
I think
Zeong.
I don't
I think
know
it's a
'cause
mobile suit.
the fact that I found out today that Zeong is Zeon Gundam,
Mm-hmm.
just I'm like, oh,
It's a mobile suit.
that makes so much sense, and also I think that means it's a mobile suit.
It's a mobile suit. Honestly, high A to me for
Yeah,
Zeong. I love this thing. It is like a genuinely unsettling thing with the way it's like a silver chariot face. It has like that weird, like the little mouth port it has and this cool like antler horns. I think it's a really cool looking thing.
yeah. I was gonna call it kind of unsettling too. I think it's like a good choice for like being Char's like last like
Yeah, Char's last stand.
yeah.
And again, I'm glad we didn't get to see it with legs because I honestly think it looks cooler being like a torso and arms
Me
and a
too.
head. Like it looks cooler without it having legs.
Yeah.
So, do you want to put it? Do we like it more than Gelgoog Commander?
Yeah.
Yeah, not as cool as Gundam, but like it's a match for Gundam.
Yes, I think it's a match for Gundam. It's like cool because it's like bigger than Gundam, but
It's
like
a very big
Gundam's
thing, yeah.
classic.
Yeah, exactly. So reviewing the list, I'm
Yeah.
going to read it from bottom to top. So in D tier, The very worst, we have Core Fighter, then the GM, Adzam, Zoc, Grabro, Big Ro, and Browbro. Browbro's highest of D tier. C tier, lowest is Gog, then Gun Tank, then White Base, then Zaku 1, and then the highest of C tier is Gok. B tier, lowest is Gun Cannon, then Ball, then Gelgoog, Zakrello, Guy, Gyan, Zaku 2, and the Zgok Commander. And that's the highest of B tier. A tier, from bottom to top, is Elmeth, Dom, Gelgoog Commander, Zeong Gundam, RX-78-2, Zaku 2 Commander, and the Goof. And finally, S tier, we have Big Zam and the undefeated champ, Haro. We good with this list?
I am. Didn't you, want to say something maybe about Goof being S?
No, I think Goof works in A tier as it is. Because S tier is I genuinely, I love Big Zam so much. I don't think that it feels right for only the biggest and the smallest thing to be an S tier, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to stop streaming. I'm going to save this so we can post it in the Discord later.
Yay. Yeah, check out our Discord if you want to see it, since we did talk through it, and I'm sure it's different than
yeah,
seeing.
All right. It's downloaded. Okay. So now, Morg, now that we've made this a objectively correct official tier list, it's time for our mailbag, because this is what the main thing of this episode is. The first thing is I'm just going to go on the Twitter, because we had just one question off the Twitter.
Oh, I didn't know we had questions on there.
We had one question because, so our first mailbag question, our friend Sarah, who will be on for another series, tune in, at SunhatGenia on Twitter, she asks, please rank the protagonists from most to least likely to hit the dab. Include the babbies also.
God damn it.
Here's the thing. The babbies are, in fact, most likely to hit the dab.
Absolutely. They're not only going to hit the dab, they're going to do Orange Justice.
They're going to
Fortnite.
They Fortnite dance all over White Base.
It's actually probably a problem.
It's a problem. They game too much. Okay, next, if we're gonna count him, I think Slager is next most likely to dab, even though he died.
Oh yeah.
But Slager, I think Slager is one who dabs.
He dabs.
Rest in piss.
Rest in piss.
I think Kai.
I think Kai dabs, especially if we're gonna go with Kai being a streamer.
Kai's real name is Tyler Blevins. He's Kyler Blevins.
I don't know who that is.
That's Ninja. Or,
oh my
Ninja.
God, is it?
His name is Tyler Blevins.
What a weird.
Yeah, he sucks.
He just legally changes.
Maybe have some women on your stream, Tyler. Maybe have some women on your stream. I don't know, just a thought.
I would say that to Kai too, I feel like.
Do we think... Okay, I'm gonna hit you with this. Mirai's up next.
Really?
I don't know. I think Mirai can indulge in a dab every once in a while. We're getting
maybe.
in the dab neutral territory now. I think the pro dab characters we've done. I think right now people are okay with a dab.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Mirai can cut loose every once in a while.
I think she can cut loose. I'm just trying to see if she would dab. I think maybe
she would dab only to confuse Bright.
Yeah, I could see that, definitely. Actually, now that you say it. I don't think Frau wants to dab, but I think the babies convince her to dab.
No, yeah. The babies tell Frau to dab, and they tell Frau to walk up to Hayato and dab, and Hayato's very confused.
Do you think Hayato dabs?
I think Hayato doesn't get it. I think Hayato's I think it's not for Hayato. I don't know why we're talking about it like it's a lifestyle, but...
I don't think...
I think Hayato is up next, but he's just okay, whatever.
He's I'll do it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I think Amuro maybe next, and Amuro's is I don't really care much for dabbing. I have a war to fight.
I'm busy.
I'm in Gundam right now. Gundam,
I'm busy. I'm traumatized.
If Gundam had a mind of its own, Gundam would be above the babies in dabability, but it doesn't, so.
Oh my God, I want Amuro to dab in Gundam.
He won't dab in real life. He will only dab if he's piloting Gundam.
Actually, yes, I love that. I love that he's I won't do it in person, I will do it before a battle.
Yeah. And then I think, let's see, Ryu and Bright will never dab.
I could see maybe Ryu doing it, but probably not, though.
Ryu would do it in a way like a dad would do it to embarrass his kids.
Yes. He would do it to embarrass. Yes.
But Bright will never dab.
Ryu and Bright are the dads of the ship, Avi.
And I think in a similar vein, Char and Sayla will never dab.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Char will do other dumb shit, but I don't think he'll dab.
Char will do the back at it again at Dairy Queen flip, but he'll never dab.
Absolutely. Oh my god, I want them to have vines.
Back at it again at Aboku.
What if Sayla and Char did Vine?
Sayla and Char do the steampunk twins Vine. Or the TikTok.
I don't think I know that one.
Okay, it's haunting. I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
Yeah. Char and Sayla do like twin stuff on TikTok and Vine, but they don't dab. I think that's the list. Thank you, Sarah, for that delightful question.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's alternate going from the top. So the first thing, you read it off. The first thing Colin has sent us.
Well, we have to watch something on air.
And ready to play. Yeah, Colin has sent us a video. Friend of the show, Colin. Future host of Zeta, Colin.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. This is like a 30-second video, so I'll count us down. After 1, I'll say go. All right?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh my... Okay. Look, I'm going to go to the Discord, go to the 0079 mailbag channel, scroll to the top, click on the message sent by Pagitus Colin. After you've seen that, don't, watch it first. I'll give you, watch it first now. Watch it now. And now you've just watched it. It was when Char blew Kaisile's head off, but it plays like the NFL, Sunday Night Football theme when it happens, and it just, it annihilated me. That was a good laugh. Whew, thank you,
that
Colin.
Got me more than I expected it to.
Yeah, I was like, what could this be? But
I was I know it's gonna be music, but that's not
paid off in the beautiful way. All right, you get the next question.
Okay. Also, still Colin. Also, since Gundam Done got canceled, would you be happy if this was the only Gundam ever? Are there any loose threads that you're really curious about or mystified by? I mean,
I would be happy.
New types.
I would be happy with it because it is a pretty, conclusive ending to it, even though it was shortened. There aren't that many threads, really. The peace treaty happened. It's a pretty wrapped up ending. I think, all I would really want to... I would like to know more about, what happened between Zeon and Zabi. We don't really get sort of why Daegwin killed Zeon.
Yeah.
I guess I know that we see everyone grown up in Zeta, so my only other thing would be I want to see what happens after the war, what they all do, but I know we get to see that, so it's I think I would be happy if this is the only Gundam we ever got.
I think I'd be happy, but I'm glad that we get to see the after, and we get to see, I mean, I know new types were a little bit put in there at the end, but I think it was still a decent place to leave off, even with that. Yeah, even with that. So, that's why I said new types, because I was actually, I'm sure we're gonna get too much new types, and I'm gonna hate it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's I'm happy with it. With it, what we got. I think if it wasn't originally gonna be canceled, but it still did end after the full 52 episodes, that would have been even more perfect for me. You know?
Yes, me too.
That's my take. Agree. Cool. Next, friend of the show, Steven, who's the future host of yet another series.
AKA Marshmallow.
Yep. Their first question: what was the best part about the season? Why was it Large Zamule? We've decided technically it's Haro, but beyond that is Big Sam, and refer to the previous segment in the show.
Yes.
Also, the rest of the world being normal, which Gundam would you want to own in real life to flex on people?
There's a similar question later, but I have a slightly different answer for that one.
Okay, I didn't know if we were going to group them in together or not. So,
did you want to group them in? Because we can. Because
let's group them in. Yeah. So Stephen asked that one, and then Cowley in the Discord asks, if you could personally have a mobile suit, no weapon, civilian use, almost like a hobby plane that you can pilot when you like, what suit would you pick? So these are, I guess, two similar yet slightly different questions.
Yeah, the reason I said that is because I think if I wanted to flex and like Gundam, the show still existed, I would, have the classic Gundam because
You would have Gundam. You would have the
I'd be
boy.
like, I'd be like, yes, you have it. I'm flexing on you. I got it. I can use this. It's good.
Uh huh.
Um, that might still be the answer to the personal one, even with like, Well, I don't
Hmm.
know if I'd even want weapons anyway, but
Yeah, that's the thing. I just want to be in. I just want to be in a robot.
But I could also see myself for like personal hobby playing robot having something just like real simple like ball, just having like something
Hmm.
small that I can like fuck around in.
Yeah, it's like I think. I mean, part of me wants to say Haro because having a little robot friend just to like
Yeah.
hang out with would be cool. But my favorite mobile suit of this season was definitely Goof. Just because like I love the color, I love like the cool shoulder spikes. I mean, not for weapons, but like it's just pretty to look at. I think it would be Goof for me, like both ways, both questions.
Max, what if like for the second question, like you had a goof and I had like the Commander Zaku. I feel like
Well,
that would look great together. I think blue and red,
yeah,
like
the
the both.
classic blue and red.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
classic. Okay.
Still Steven, um, if you could swap a robot from Gundam 0079 with any other anime robot, which two would you choose?
Hmm.
Okay, I have kind of a goofy answer,
Okay.
but if I still wanted to, like, have someone, like, not being at a disadvantage and still having, like, a mobile suit, they
Hmm.
could have like Megas XLR so they could look like a
Okay.
fucking douchebag, but still like technically have kind of a mobile suit.
All right.
And it would be switched with I don't know. I didn't see that it said which two would you choose. I
Yeah.
didn't
Well, I think like one from Gundam and one from the other show, and you swap their places.
I don't know what it would be swapped. Actually, I think it maybe would be swapped with gun cannon because I think Kai having Megas would be really funny.
I think it would be very, very funny if like the mass produced models like okay, Guren from Guren Logon, like just Guren robot, just the face robot, is swapped with Ball. So they're just like a billion faces floating around fighting each other.
Terrifying.
And then Gurren Lagann is the body, but just like a ball head instead. That's what I like. I want to see that. I want to see Gurren Lagann, but it's ball Lagann instead.
That's funny.
Okay, next up, Ogijen asks, which in Discord, this is all on Discord by the way, which plotline about a minor or side character was your favorite? Is there any one you wanted to see more of? You know what?
Who's considered a side character, first of all? Like, I know this is kind of a dumb question, but like,
I'm considering this like the white base characters that aren't Amuro.
okay.
I think honestly, it might be Mirai.
Oh, yeah.
Like she has a very cool arc where she's like, she sort of has to escape her family's influence. Like she has, all these like loose ends that like sort of get caught up in the war. The whole thing with her and Slager. I don't know. I really liked her arc. Like she's been through a lot. She's a very cool character. I like that she's like there's never that moment it's like, oh, she's not very competent. Like, no, she's always just like really good at what she does, and she does a good job of it. I like
Okay.
Mirai. Respect
I
Mirai.
like
Very few
that.
left.
It's funny because I think a lot of them I would like to see more of, but like a lot of them also did have arcs. Like Mirai did have an arc, Kai did
Hmm.
have an arc, but we don't see his past, and it sucks that like Ryu's arc ended in him dying. Like it's
Yeah.
one of those things. But I feel like I never got like as connected to like Hayato. So I almost want like more of a Hayato
Okay.
arc just cuz he is like one of the classic white base
He's like one of
people,
the
but
main
I
pilots too.
but I never got like as attached to him?
Okay, I get that. Yeah, no, that is interesting. We didn't really get a whole lot of like Hayato content. We didn't get Hayato. We didn't really get Frau Bo either.
We didn't get Frau either, yeah. Which is
And we
funny
didn't. We
since
also didn't
they
get Bright.
ended up together.
I guess we kind
Yeah.
of got Bright in the beginning when he took over for White Base, but we didn't get like the Bright episodes.
I want to know why Bright joined
Yeah.
the
I mean, hey,
army.
Zeta's a direct sequel, so maybe.
Hmm. I hope so.
Yeah.
I do like Bright. I hope we get more Bright content.
Yeah.
From Sarah, future co-host, Gundam 0069 Nice. Favorite thing about Kai?
I like that he's the goofball.
Yeah, I think he is a funny douchebag, and it's great, and it works for him actually. After all,
Yeah, he's like sort of the comic relief.
but he can be serious also.
Yeah. But he's also a very real look into it, because like the whole time he's like, I don't want to fight. This sucks. I'm out of here. It's like, yeah, same, dude.
Yeah, dude, same. I kind of like happy that even though I got frustrated with him, I tried to see the good in him, and then I was rewarded, and it's good. No, but I'm still like, even though it works for the show, I'm still like bummed out that we had to like kind of wait until a woman got fridged for to like Kai.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just not a fan of that trope. It
No,
works
yeah,
more
it's
in
not
this
great.
show because it's a war and people die and that's just how it happens and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still just like you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Kai's good. Respect Kai. Okay, next up from Cowley. Why does Big Sam have legs? I get that it's got the toe spike weapon thing. I just don't get why it has legs, and it's not like it's a suit, it's a mobile armor. If they wanted to make it a suit, why doesn't it have arms? Why only give it 2 limbs? I think I read on the wiki that like Big Sam was developed like not really for mobility in mind. It was just like we want to make something that can just like kick as much ass as possible.
Hmm.
And I think it just being legs is enough for it to be able to, like, it can fly around in space, obviously. It can stand and walk and run, but it doesn't really need arms to fight because it has this, like, lasers and missiles and whatnot. So I
Yeah.
want to say, I feel like that makes sense because it's like, okay, the legs, like, the anti-air toe spikes are really all it does leg-wise. I think the legs are merely just so it can, like, stand up without having to, like, use thrusters to keep it afloat or whatever. Make
Yeah,
sense?
and it can be used for like Earth battling if it needed to
Yeah,
under gravity because it walks around. It
that's
never
cool.
needed to, but it could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. What we got next?
Uh, Cass, believe in a starry Cass. What does everyone order when they meet up for drinks at Side 7 Cafe? Pick attached for reference. And then I asked questions before, but it's either Side 7 alternate universe after the war or Side 6 when they're shopping. Just like the pals having
Just hanging out.
drinks at a cafe, hanging out. Um,
So I do have answers for this. Oh, I'm yawning. Oh.
oh
Excuse
no,
me.
fuck you.
Okay, I did write down some answers for this
I do
preemptively.
too.
Amuro orders Capri Sun.
I love that.
Do you have anything for Amuro?
I wrote. Part of me wants to give Amuro a milkshake, but that I also sometimes think for some reason, I think he might also be lactose intolerant. I have no reason to believe this.
It is law. It is true. I wrote down Char because I just wanted to talk about him. He also orders Capri Sun, but he puts vodka in it.
I didn't put Char down, but I think he probably either does that or like orders like a latte and puts like Kahlua in it or something.
Okay, yeah. Fraubo, Diet
Um,
Coke.
the picture makes me want to give her a boba, like a boba
Yeah.
tea. So I wrote down boba tea for her.
My gut reaction was Diet Coke. I don't know why, but that's just what I wrote, and I'm not going to explain myself.
I think Bright might be a black coffee kind of guy.
Okay, I wrote coffee with a lot of cream and sugar for Bright.
Really? Okay. No, my reason wasn't actually. I think yours makes sense with my reason because I said not because he likes it, but he just like needs something and he'll just like
Mm-hmm.
drink it. So actually, yours makes more sense because maybe he doesn't even like the taste of it, but he's just like, I need caffeine really badly, please.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I agree with you actually.
And then on a similar note, for Sayla, I put black coffee.
I think you're right for that one.
Because Sayla's like that, but she's like, I don't want any frills, just like give me caffeine.
Yeah. And then I wrote Kai would make fun of Amuro for getting a milkshake, but also get something sort of fancy because he's a hypocrite.
Okay, you know what I wrote for Kai?
What?
Mountain Dew.
Wait.
Specifically, I wrote Hayato getting Mountain Dew, and then Kai also Mountain Dew.
That's really good, actually.
Ryu would get water because he's just like the dad. He just gets water. He's responsible.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Mirai, I wrote green tea. She has
Oh,
refined
I like
tastes.
that. I forgot to write down Mirai. I don't.
Yeah.
Poor Mirai.
And for the kids, we know this canonically. They all get juice.
Yeah.
Juice robot. It's good.
Juice. Maybe they get Capri Sun.
Maybe they get Capri Sun. Maybe Amuro shares. Maybe Amuro gets 4 Capri Suns. 1 for the whole bar. Okay, so Sarah Gundam 0069 Nice also asks, what did they buy when they went shopping in post-war AU Side 7/Side 6?
I didn't have an answer for this. I just wrote they bought clothes because they were sick of wearing the same goddamn things.
Look, Hayato and Kai went to GameStop.
Yes.
I think Amuro went to Radio Shack. This is the universe where Radio Shack exists because he tinkers.
Oh, okay. I was like, why? Yeah, no, that makes... It would actually be kind of funny if he spotted his dad while he's in the Radio Shack, and his dad was in, like, he was looking at, like, comics or something.
Yeah.
He was just, like, in the Barnes & Noble across the street.
He was in the Barnes & Noble reading manga, sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone else just, like, didn't go shopping because they were like, we have a war to fight. Can we not?
That's exactly, I wrote, I'm not sure what people want to buy during wartime. So that's why I wrote, I don't know, close.
Next question.
OG Jen, what's your favorite track from the OST?
Do you have one?
Okay. I know it's a gimme, but I did love Galanchar. I do love Galanchar.
Yeah, it rips.
I can't. But there's also other ones.
In the Gundam Battle game, that's like one of the battle tracks. It's really good.
Oh, thank God. I really like halfway through From Sleep. It just fucking goes, dude, is what I wrote too. And I don't know. I like a lot of the songs. Galanchar is probably my favorite, but I'm also like, I love all the motifs. I love the names of the songs being like anxiety and nihilism. And I'm like, yeah, dude, same.
Yeah, same. Mine is, I think, Prayer for Peace. It's it's what plays. Good. I know it plays during like the Mirai Slager scene. It's like sort of a love theme. It's just a very relaxing theme. It makes me want to just like sit on the beach, like at sunset or something, just like chill out. You know, it's just a good vibe to it.
That one's similar to like Space Colony, I think.
I almost put Space Colony too because it's like I like the really chilled out tracks of it.
Yeah. Whereas I guess I like the like pump 'em up ones because I also put like Menace of Zeon, surprisingly good.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured out the creepy song I was talking about every time it showed up is called Espionage in Enemy Territory.
Yeah, that one's a good one too. There's like the whole soundtrack is really, really good. I just
really like it, yeah. I gave you like 5 songs, I'm sorry.
Next up is from Tall Goose, from Jared. Of all the robots that made you say wow and cool, which were your favorite and least favorite? Also, does the existence of a big Zam mean that there are also small Zams? What is the possibility of a huge Zam? So we answered our favorite and least favorite. Mine's the Goof.
Haru.
Well, personally, mine is the Goof. My least favorite is the Zoc.
Your least favorite is the Zoc. You like it less than Core Fighter?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like for this question, I'm considering only mobile suits and armors.
Okay. Big Sam and least favorite. I don't know. Same, I guess, as you. I don't remember.
The Zoc. You like the Zoc more than I did, at least.
Wait, which was it? Wait, I fucking don't remember which one I like the least. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. The Adzam, the Jim, the Grabro, the Zoc.
I think it was
They're
a
all just
Grabro.
like meh. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's a Grabro.
I like the idea of a Zam that's like as big as Haro.
Yeah, me too. Or like little mini Zams.
Yeah, Babby Zams.
Babby Zams that make up a big Zam. This is like a zygote
Whoa.
situation.
Yeah, Zam 10%.
Zam 10%. Zam 50% is the one we saw, so Zam 100% actually has
Zam,
arms.
Zam Power Construct just grows arms. Yeah. Oh, good. What's next?
uh, which absolutely daft Gundam name sounds the most like British slang for being drunk?
You,
I
you
don't
goofed,
know.
mate. Mate, you straight goofed.
Yeah, goof, honestly. But I thought she meant like the people names, and I was like, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember a single person name from the show. I'm still sticking with goof because that's like an answer I can give right now.
Because I was like, skinny seems like a weird British slang, but not for being drunk. That's the only one I can
Yeah.
think of. Yeah, goof or zong, straight zong,
Straight
like
Xiong,
slosh.
bro.
It
Yeah.
just like zonged. I'm zonged out.
Oh, that's good. And Sarah's final question. If you were to transcend your humanity through becoming one with a machine, which machine would you choose to unite with? Doesn't have to be a robot, just a machine, keeping in mind that the machine you choose determines in what way your humanity is transcended. Huh.
Well, I don't know. I'd probably become one with a phone accidentally. Like, it wouldn't be my choice, necessarily. It's just I'm using it so much that I would accidentally become one with my phone. And then it would suck because I can't move around. Because I feel like there's a weird horror element to that.
Whoa.
Just being stuck in my phone
I
forever.
would I would become one with my car and I would create the Transformers universe.
Oh shit. I just don't know if I like cars enough. I think I would rather become one with like a plane or something.
Okay,
If I
yeah.
was going to be with something that moves and maybe turns into a transformer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up.
From Cactus or Bryant, what Pokemon do you think the cast of the show would have?
So I did write some down. Amuro, I only gave one or two for everyone because like I'm not gonna give a whole damn team.
Yeah.
Amuro has Voltorb because that's his Haro.
Oh yeah.
I like the idea of Amuro getting Aegislash. What with like the sword and shield because Gundam has both a sword and shield. It's also just
Mm-hmm.
like it's thematic. He protects and attacks.
He protect and attack.
I like Char getting Banette, just a little bastard Prankymon.
Ooh.
I think Frau Bo. I don't want to lean into the whole she's the mom thing, but like Kangaskhan works really well for her. What with her taking care of the babbies and all that, you know.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
It's
I
a,
can
it's a
see
little
that.
it's a little on the nose, but I think it also just like it just works for her character and what it is.
Yeah.
Bright, I gave Rapidash because that's just white base, baby. It's just a horse.
Oh. I think it would be. I think it would be Galarian Rapidash.
I did regular because the colors matched up more because it's like red
That
and
makes
white
sense.
mostly, some yellow, some blue, but and it's also on fire half the time.
That's true. That's true.
Some of the other ones are a little bit weaker. Like for Sayla, I gave her Blaziken just because, like, I don't know. I feel like she'd have one. I can't think of that many
What
good
if
reasons, but
Oh, I like the idea, and like you can. I don't know. I didn't write anything for her and Char, but well, I did write something for Char, but she, Char has a Blaziken, Sayla has a Combuskin, and evolves into Blaziken by the end or
okay.
something. Because I like themes and
Two Blazikens.
to Blazikens.
To Blazikens. I think I like Mirai getting an Altaria.
Ooh,
I really love Altaria, and I just want to give Altaria to someone.
I want her to have a Mega Altaria.
Yeah, make Altaria whips.
Yeah, dude.
Hayato is gonna get Azumarill because he always complains about like not being like a cool and dashing guy. He's just like Azumarill's like cute, but also like can kick ass. But it's like you can't really tell that by looking at it because it's just like a small friend.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Ryu, I'm giving Skarmory. Like not only is it sort of thematic on Core Fighter, but it's just a very like strong, like defensive thing. Like Ryu. Ryu's strong and tough.
I could see him having that or a Corviknight too.
Corviknight also works. They're similar. Corviknight's a bastard. In like a good way, like competitively.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think okay, for Kai I have a pretty good answer. Crobat. Because it's like, oh, it's a sneaky poison mon, but then it's like, oh, you have to level it up with friendship. Uh-huh.
Oh, I love that. Yo, you know that he would have a similar team to like Silver.
Yeah, he would. He would have a Weavile. Oh yeah. Oh
He'd
yeah.
have a weave. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And the Babby trio, they have a Doug trio, a Dodrio, and a Magneton. Because they like you we never see them separated.
uh, it'd be funny actually if they had like the pre-evolve, like they have
Oh,
like
like a well, the Doduo doesn't really work as well then, but
I know it would be Doduo, Diglett, Magnemite would be funny.
or like they all
So
have they each have one Magnemite that will evolve when they're all together.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like yours. I only had like random stuff. Like I gave Char a Melmetal. I thought it
Okay.
was cool.
I was thinking Melmetal for Amuro because it's like
I
it's
wasn't
Gundam, but
sure. I was like, should I give it to
big
Amuro?
strong robot. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone should have a Golurk because Golurk
I
is.
also thought of Golurk for Gundam too. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave. Yeah, that's my thing. I gave Golurk to Amuro and Melmetal to Char.
Nice.
But I gave because I was like my name in Pot of Greed was Charizard, but I don't think Char would have a Charizard.
No, it's too on the nose for him.
I think that's more of a Kai Pokemon
Yeah. Okay.
to
I
me.
see that.
I want Kai to have a red Pokemon, but I don't know which one. He's just like paint it red.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like he'd only have red shinies that are like normally colored
Yeah.
differently, but then with him it's red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, him having a. I don't. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, but I just like the idea of him having a red Gyarados.
Oh, that works so well. I love it. That's perfect.
Okay, I wasn't sure
That's
for
so
some
good.
reason. I was like, would that work? And I'm like, that's like the most well-known red shiny, you know. So
Yeah. It's like the most well-known shiny. Is that all for your Pokemon?
yeah, I was having a really hard time. I was like, I don't know, I don't
Yeah, okay.
know. So maybe I'll come up with stuff later. Put it in Discord.
All right. Next up, Cowley asks if the main cast had Twitter accounts, what would they post about?
This I had more answers for.
Okay. Yeah. Hit me.
So we determined Kai had streams because he uses his goofy emoji face, so he would tweet about his streaming to
Mm-hmm.
me. Amuro might lurk. I don't know. I don't think he'd post a lot, you know? Like he doesn't but I mean, he could also end up being like after the war he could be a Twitter celebrity or something and not like it. He just hates it so much. Um I think Bright would have an egg. Like someone made a Twitter account for him or something.
Oh yeah, Bright does not know how Twitter works.
He just has an egg because like that's what you get when you first make one.
Mm-hmm.
Some asshole would make a Ryu bot because he's dead and make a Ryu
Yeah.
robot Twitter, and it would be sad. Um, this one I was not sure about, but I did write Char is a shit poster. I feel it in my heart, but he might also have a side account where he's just like sad. But
I put emo lyrics for Char.
hey, I think he has a side account for his emo lyrics, or he just has no idea how Twitter works either.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so he's either like too much on Twitter shit poster or not enough on Twitter, doesn't know anything. I also put like Sayla like retweets like social justice stuff to me.
Yeah. Go say
I don't know. That's all I have because I don't know who else would post.
Yeah, no, these are good. I didn't really have I wrote down Kai like trolls people all the time because of course he does.
Yeah,
I also wrote that the Babby trio is not allowed to use the internet without supervision.
but they try anyway.
They try anyway.
Dude, do they play Neopets?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
they play Webkins, which is like Neopets but later. You had to buy the real thing for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what do we got next?
So, Brian question. If you could take the cast of Gundam and have them replace the cast of another show, what would you pick? And then also the reverse. Who would you?
I have the best answer for this.
Well,
It is.
I could I could say my less good answer.
Okay, yeah, hit me.
I want the Gundam cast to be put in something with a lot of beach episodes. They need or like slice of life. They just need to like chill after the war.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like putting like assholes and robots is fun, so I was like, I don't know, put this Always Sunny people with robots. See what
That's
happens.
good. That's a really good one. I wrote
Yeah.
down Scooby Doo.
The Scooby Doo people in Gundam,
Like I
or
want
vice versa.
Fred is now Bright, Shaggy is Amuro, Scooby is Haro, I guess. Like Daphne is Sayla, or I guess Daphne would be Mirai, and like Velma is Sayla. Like I want that would be so funny to me.
Oh my god.
And then the reverse, I want the white base gangs trying to solve mysteries.
Oh my god. I love them so much. Oh. And since Haro's Scooby, I want him to bark.
Yeah.
Just like bark, bark.
Bark, bark. He says
Like,
bark. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
yeah, like well, it's just like Scooby could talk, but for some reason Haro like
Yeah.
forgets how or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Final question. Believe in a Starry Cast asks, hopefully squeezing this in right under the wire. Congrats, you're both directors on the Legendary Film Studios live-action adaptation of Gundam, TBA. Who are you casting? Are you adapting the plot of OG Gundam or making something new? And what terrible slow piano cover are you using for your trailer music? So, this is like... I like this question a lot. I'm gonna play like the devil's advocate equivalent here and like try and make something bad out of it. So of course I am not really gonna adapt the plot of Gundam. I'm gonna make something new entirely that's gonna be bad and different. Like okay.
Why? Why are you gonna make it bad on purpose? I want to make it different because I don't want to just like do the thing where people are let's remake Beauty and the Beast. Bah. No.
Tom Holland is Amuro.
Oh my god. No. Okay.
Timothée Chalamet is Char.
Damn it. No. No. No.
Rob Pattinson is Bright.
I just don't know actors well enough to refute this, so I'm
Me
just gonna
neither.
say fine. Sure.
I mean, the
Whatever.
idea of Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet is very funny to me. So it's gonna adapt. It's gonna bastardize the plot of Gundam. It's just gonna go completely off the rails. Like Amuro's like gonna be like, I've always known I was special. He's always had new type powers, and Char is like,
No.
you know what? No, Amuro. The plot's changed. Amuro's dad is the one who killed Zeon now. So now Char's after Amuro for revenge. And Gundam has like 1 trillion guns, so all the fights are really cool, and you don't think about why they're fighting at all.
I like that it's Amuro's dad because it's very like
Personal stakes.
it's very like how Artemis Fowl, like the dad is the bad person or something instead.
Amuro's Fowl. Artemis
Amuro's-
Ray.
Amuro's Fowl.
Timothée Chalamet. Why is my voice doing this? I can't get it to stop.
Because you've become a director. You've become like the
I become Michael Bay
trailer
too.
person. Yeah.
In a world, the year is 0079. War has erupted in space.
You like try to do that, and I like try to fix it, but I make it worse, and it ends up being so bad.
You're like the assistant writer who tries to fix my mistakes, but like my mistakes are unfixable.
Yeah, and also it ends up being so bad it's good. Like I want it to be so bad
it's like
good.
Food Fight.
Yeah, I want it to just be like a cult classic.
So what terrible slow piano cover are we using for our trailer music? I'm gonna go on Spotify. I'm gonna look at like my recent liked songs to like we're gonna capture that new hotness. We gotta like really we gotta really get it good. Like I think, let's see,
Bad Guy by Billie Eilish.
that's it. We got it in one. Oh my god, that's perfect. More got it in one. Yes. It's Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, but it's a sad piano. And it's like, I'm the bad guy. And then after it says, duh, like Gundam and Char Zaku, like, cross-counter each other. You see their faces flash across screen. Yeah, this is good. We're gonna make $1 trillion. Oh, so pumped.
And then there's going to be a spin-off because Haro is going to be yellow and have one eye. And they're going to...
Banana.
Banana! Anna.
This is a good episode. Thank you all. Thank you everyone for sending in such good questions. Like, this is a really, really fun episode to record because I liked it as just like all mailbag. And tune in again for like 18 weeks from now or something like that when we not 18 maybe 18. I think it's gonna be like 18 weeks or so from now when we do the one for Zeta. So now we're closing down. We're closing up shop. We're
closing down. We're shutting down.
We're closing down. Shut down.
Robots going meow.
Meow. Boop. Morg.
What?
Where can we find you on the air?
Morg. You can't. That's why I said what?
Oh, I get. Oh, I got owned. It wasn't you. It was me that got owned.
No, I got owned. Sorry, I thought you were gonna say something else. That's why I was like, what? You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Twitter, Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. You may also be able to find me in the future on something else that I'm making, maybe. Cool. That may have to do with Hunter x Hunter. And don't correct me, I don't care if it's not called that. It is to me.
Hunter x Hunter. I'm Max. You can find me on Twitter at MaxyBajillion. I added a couple syllables there. That's fine. You can find one of my other shows, Pod of Greed, the world's only. You can find one of my shows, Pod of Greed, the world's #1 only Yu-Gi-Oh podcast, sponsored by Kaiba Corp at twitter.com/podofgreedcast. And you can find my other show, Slappers Only, a video game music soundtrack showdown podcast at Slappers Only Pod on Twitter. You can find this show on Noisespace.xyz. It's a podcast network where all of our friends' shows are. It's the year of the podcast, 2020. We've been saying this. Check them out. Give them your patronage. Thank you, Matt GameCube.
Thank you, Matt GameCube.
Okay, you know what? This is what I'm deciding. We're going to do the Robot of the Week segment together, but since we're finishing Gundam, there's only one thing the robot can beat this week.
Mm-hmm.
Is Gundam. Right?
Didn't we talk about Gundam on the first episode?
I thought, like, the Robot of the Week... No, the first Robot of the Week was, I think, like, the monkey robot.
No, but because you talked about it because we were gonna do Robot of the Show.
Oh, right.
I mean, we can talk about Gundam again.
No, Robot of the Week is Haro.
It's Haro.
It's Haro.
It's gotta
Stan
be.
Haro. Stream Haro on TikTok.
Stream Haro on TikTok.
Is that what the kids say?
Only few Haros left.
Respect Haro. Very few left. Respect Gundam. Respect Amuro. Respect Char. Respect Ryu. Don't respect Zoc.
Don't respect Zoc.
And respect us. Morg, this is it.
Yeah.
I'm pushing you off the boat.
Goodbye, everyone. I'm drowning.
I'm gonna give you the Discord title of, I think, Retired Pilot, which is, I think, is fun.
I'm drowning.
You're gonna have a nice purple color.
Ooh.
And hey,
I'm
everyone,
old type, y'all.
Well, I like the idea of, like, all the regular people in the server being old types, even though that, like, that's not a default role. I wonder if you can set a default role. I don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe I'll put you as an old type then. I like that.
Retired pilot, old type, either way.
Yeah, either way. Tune in next week for me and two co-hosts. We're going to talk about Zeta. I hear it's pretty good.
I heard it's good. I heard it's kind of sad.
Cool. I like good and sad. I mean, this is what Gundam was, right? So.
True.
Okay. Well, you start out the send off this time, Morg.
War is bad.
Wow, cool robot. War also never changes, but this is not what that podcast is about. This isn't Fallout.
Thank you.